Hello there guys, and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 5 video on my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be taking you through the winter/dry season of Series 6 in Horizon 5, telling you how to get all of the points available in the season, of which there are 57, to get this week's seasonal rewards. So for 20 points we have the ATS GT from 2018. This is an exclusive in Horizon 5, brand new to Horizon 5 via the Series 6 Festival playlist. It's returning from Horizon 4 because it was in Horizon 4 and it's now been added to Horizon 5, so another one of those returning cars. For 40 points we have the valuable and legendary Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version. This is a very nice car, and it's actually quite good at off-road speed zones as well, as I found out through Stephen. So if you know who Stephen is, he's one of the, you've probably seen him on the channel before now if you've been watching the channel for a while, and he does PR stunts, and he discovered that this Porsche is actually quite good at off-road speed zones, so shout out to Stephen there. I also need to do another shout out to Cole Palm, because the other day on Tuesday we ran the 250 subscriber competition live stream, and Cole Palm, not surprisingly, took the win, but actually he was only 3 points ahead of Elf, so well done to both of you there. But Cole Palm, we agreed that you get a shout out on each of the videos that I do, and also a promotion to your tunes as well. So if in this season there are any tunes that Cole Palm has made, I would recommend downloading them, because although he doesn't really do seasonal tunes that often, he's a really good tuner, he's a really good painter, and most of all he's a really good racer, hence why he won the competition. So shout out to Cole Palm. I'll try and remember to leave a link to his channel in the description if you want to check out some of his world record runs that he has on his channel. And yes, he is a world record holder. Very much respect the guy. So in this video then I'll be taking you through all of these seasonal challenges that we have up for grabs this season, giving you tunes and tips for each of them so you can get them completed and get these cars unlocked. And also in the car pass this week, if you have the car pass DLC, we have the 2021 Mini Cooper John Cooper Works GP. So this is a really nice car. I really like the minis, and I like the GP ones because they have the trim, the spoilers and all of that. The diffusers, they are really nice, so no doubt I'll be getting my hands on that. And now the A-Class custom racing has returned as of the other day, we will be able to take it online. I'll probably make an A-Class tune for it and take it online in Horizon Custom Racing A-Class, and I might even get a feature on the channel over the next few days if I get a chance to do that. So without any further ado then, let's get on to this week's Forzathon challenges, starting off with the weekly Forzathon challenge, Peeling It. Okie dokie then, so this week's weekly Forzathon challenge is called Peeling It, and this will get you 5 points towards this week's festival playlist, and also get you 80 Forzathon points, or it'll get you 160 Forzathon points if you own the La Casa Soliguera house, which comes free with VIP. So the first chapter, Teeny Tiny Peely, is to own and drive the smallest production car ever made, the 1962 PLP50. A little side note, just something interesting. If you haven't yet watched it and you have access to British television, if you are outside of the UK, have a look on BBC iPlayer, which is like the BBC is like a television company in the UK. Have a look on there and look for Top Gear, and see if you can find, or on YouTube actually, see if you can find the episode or the clip where Jeremy Clarkson took the PLP50 into the television centre and drove it. In there, he just about fit in it, by the way, and he did loads of really cool things with it. It's a really funny clip, and it's actually, the colour of the one he used is actually the colour here, blue. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. just seeing him trying to crawl around with it, and he literally gets in the way of the news programme, so that's pretty funny. Anyway, so you got to own and drive the 1962 PLP50. Up until now, the only way you could unlock this was via the Series 2 Horizon Secret Santa, where we all worked together to gift people cars via the gift drop and the Forzathon shop, and then we got the PLP50 after a few weeks. However, if you didn't pick it up then, or you've already sold yours, you can either look on the auction and see if you can get some good luck and find one, or you can use the Forzathon shop because it is returned in the Forzathon shop. So it's for 500 Forzathon points, which actually isn't too bad. I mean, yes, it's a small car, but it's quite a rare car, so it's pretty good. Additionally, in the Forzathon shop, we have this nice little car horn. I quite like that one, so I bought that one. And we also have the BMW M1. I wouldn't recommend spending 300 FP on this one because it's not a rare car, it's in the auto show. However, the peel, you will need it for the Forzathon, so if you don't own it, just buy it from here if you have 500 Forzathon points. Okay then, so once you've got in your peel, you can move on to chapter 2, which is called Smash Hits. For this, you'll need to smash 10 pinatas, and you can either use the Horizon Wreckage arcade thingamajiggy and hope that pinata pop comes up, or you can use Event Lab, find a custom blueprint or create your own custom blueprint and add pinatas into there and then use that blueprint. I've got a blueprint for you. It's not mine, it's actually made by Skippy4631 this time. So usually I use Stevio, and I have used him for some of the challenges later on, so I'll give him another shout out. But this one is made by Skippy4631. So if I go into my history, it should be in the most recent. There we go. So you can see his gamer tag there, and the share code is just there. So it's 474950238. Sorry. So there's actually 20 pinatas here. However, when I did it, it only counted 8 out of 20. So I had to do it twice for it to count. So if that's the case for you, just restart it, but instead of clicking restart when you finish the event, go fully back into free roam, type the share code back in to the pause menu in the event lab like I've just done here, and then enter it again. I also saw, and it happened to me, where one of the times I did it, there was just no props there and you can only see the finish line. If that happens to you, just go back and quit it, go back into free roam and go back in, and that sorted the problem for me. If that's a problem for you, it's probably nothing to do with the event, it's just a glitch within Event Lab. So smashing these pinatas in this event will get you the chapter 2 completed. So then if we head back to the festival playlist, I loved in Horizon 4 where you could enter the Forzathon from like the second tab in the pause menu. So chapter 3 is called Get Creative. For this one you'll need to upgrade your peel to A class and reach a speed of 110 miles an hour. I did also forget to mention, if you have already done this like in sequence with the video, try not to upgrade your peel for chapter 1 and 2 because I haven't tested it, but I don't think it's going to work for chapter 2 if it's upgraded. It might do, but to save the risk I'd leave upgrading until when it actually tells you in chapter 3. So this is the point where you're going to be able to download my tune, create your own or download somebody else's. So I've made an A-class tune. It's on full slick tyres, it's got the motorbike engine, so it's got all of the horsepower you can physically fit into this peel, and it's got all-wheel drive, so you do still get a lot of wheel spin. So this can be found under my gamer tag. So if I go into tunes and then I go to my tunes, when it loads in 3.5 million years. So we have hashtag Forzathon 110. I couldn't fit the MPH on the end of it. So you download this tune or anybody else's, just send it down the highway or one of the drag strips or anywhere where you've got a decent stretch of road. If you're in manual transmission, it'd help if you shifted up a few gears because you do still get a lot of wheel spin, even in like 5th gear, which is a bit ridiculous. Get 110 miles an hour, 177 kilometers an hour, depending on which unit you use, and that will have that chapter completed. And then once you've done that, you'll be able to move on to the final chapter, which is to take a photo of your PLP50, because only 50 of them were sold at £200 each. That is actually very cheap. However, in today's money, that's probably going to be maybe 10,000, 5,000, I don't really know. But all you need to do is take a photo, so it can be anywhere. And actually, on one of the event labs we've got later, you've got to explore the photo studio, so you might be able to do it in there if you want to wait until you do that. So just go anywhere on the map, take a picture of your peel, and that is the Forzathon completed. And then there's also the Forzathon daily challenges, so these pop up once a day at 3:30 PM GMT, and these last 7 days, so apart from the first one which launched yesterday, all of them will run into next season because they are 7 days from when they launch. If you need any help with these as they pop up throughout the week, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to help you out. And then this week we also have Horizon Arcade, so you'll see the little pink dots on the map. Well, I say little, they're actually quite big. So you'll see the pink radiuses on the map. To help you find these, you can filter to multiplayer events. These are arcades, there's 2 pop up every 15 minutes. Go to any of them, complete all 3 rounds. You might be on your own, might be with a team, it doesn't matter. Complete all 3 rounds and you will have that completed. You'll get yourself 30 or 60 Forzathon points, depending on whether you own that VIP house, and you'll also get 3 points towards the festival playlist. And all of these Forzathon points can obviously be spent in the Forzathon shop to get any other rewards that you haven't already got. Right then, so now we move on to the trial, which this week is called Crossroads. It will get you 10 points, which is literally half of the points you need for the ATS GT. And you'll literally only need to do 2 or 3 races. It'll also get you a BMW X6M Motorsport Edition to add to your garage. And this is apparently a hard to find car. I didn't know that, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So for this one, it's cross country and you need an A-class Sport Utility Hero, or as the rest of us car enthusiasts call them, SUVs. So you basically need an A-class SUV and you're going to be taking it cross-country racing. Now do remember, with the trial you're racing on a co-op team, so unless you've got a convoy of 6 people, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in there with up to 5 other random people to make the 6 people versus 6 driver tars. And these people, they might ram you, they might be untuned, they might just not drive at all. We had one last week when I did it with one of the SG crew where one of the people was just sat there letting us do all the work and they eventually got disconnected, which I thought was quite funny. So just try not to ram other people, try to make sure you're tuned, and just try to drive. If your team are rubbish and you're capable of getting to the front, try and slow the AI down just to help your team, because it's a team event, so you're not trying to win. If one of your teammates wants to get past you, just let them, because it's a team event, you're working together. There's no need to be like properly racing against your teammates. So the tunes that I've got for you this week, there's 2 or 3, so I've added them all to my favourites again this week to make my life a bit easier. So we've got the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk from 2018. So this one's got 838 horsepower. It is quite heavy, but the wide body kit, the race suspension, the off-road tyres and the Forza wing all help with the downforce, and this should be pretty good. It's also only 73,000 in the auto show, so it's relatively cheap and affordable, and so therefore should help you get it done. Alright, we also have the Mini Countryman John Cooper Works here. So this one is running 545 horsepower. It's a lot lighter because I put weight reduction on this one. It's got a lovely Toy Story livery, which I thought was quite good. This again has got off-road tyres. This one, however, is only 38,500 credits, so it's a cheaper option. However, I don't think it's quite as fast as the Jeep. Both of these are going to be really good options, however, for the trial. Moving on, we have this week's 2 Event Lab features. Following on from the Horizon Customs theme of this series, each week there are 2 Event Lab features from tracks that the developers have picked out that people have made in Event Lab. So this week we have Finn's Ghost 422, and he's presenting Jungle Vortex. Wind through the wild bank turns in the abandoned airfield. So this one sounds a bit interesting, and as you can see from the thumbnail, it looks like there might be some kind of Hot Wheels style tracks there. So this one wins you the VW Type 2, which apparently we need next week, I think I saw in a comment, so I'd highly recommend you do complete this. It also gets you 3 points towards the festival playlist. So for this one you need an A-class Rally Monster. So usually when we see Rally Monsters it's S1, but this time it's A-class Rally Monsters. So I've got a couple of tunes for you that I'll show you now. So then, firstly, we have the Exomotive Forza edition here from 2018. So this one's pre-tuned because it's a Forza edition. If you want to use this one, it's got 300 horsepower, it's very light, and because it's an Event Lab, usually if there are AI, they get confused, so you don't need a particularly OP car. And then I also have the 1984 Opel Manta 400, so I've tuned this one. It's got nearly 370 horsepower, just shy of a tonne, so it's actually really light. It's also quite cheap because it's only 100,000 in the auto show. I think it's running rally tyres, so it's pretty grippy as well, and this will be a good option for you to take. Also dirt racing, if you want to use it in dirt racing at any point, either in future festival playlist events, just completing races off the map, rivals, or even online adventure. So this tune can be found under my gamertag. The the Exomotive tune can be found just under the actual car because it's the Forza edition, therefore I haven't applied a tune to it. This week's other Event Lab custom event is by Takano 00, and he presents Photo Studio version 3, which is a studio for taking photos, hence the name. So this gets you another 3 points and a photo hoodie, and for this one it's literally just anything goes, so whichever car you want to take a photo of. So you might want to take a photo of the peel for the Forzathon, as I mentioned earlier. You might want to take a picture of the new Mini, the new ATS GT. You might even want to take a picture of the Porsche Taycan, as is in the picture there. So whichever car you want, take it in there, take a photo. I don't really think there is any kind of completion to it. I think you just kind of have a bit of an explore and then quit when you're done, or there might be a finish line somewhere. Just go in there, take a few photos, have a bit of an explore, and that is that event lab. So really easy. This week then we also have God, I can't speak again. I've malfunctioned halfway through the video. So this week we also have another seasonal playground games, which is called Forward Thinking. This will get you another 3 points towards the playlist, and a Honda Civic from 2016, which is quite a nice car for B-Class and A-Class racing. So for this one you'll need a C-Class front wheel drive car, so anything from C-Class that's front wheel drive. And with it being games, you do not have to win, so even if you're on the losing team, there isn't any point quitting because both teams will get the prize, even if you are the losing team. So obviously have a bit of fun, but because of that you don't need a particularly OP car. So I would recommend being tuned. It'll allow you to have more fun and it'll allow you to be a bit more competitive, but you don't need an OP car. So I've actually only got one C-Class front wheel drive, so I'll show you that here. And it is the following. It is the 1998 Volkswagen GTI MK3. So this has got just over 250 horsepower. It's quite light. With it being front wheel drive, in any car for this, because you have to use front wheel drive, you're going to be getting a lot of understeer, so it's going to be an understeer kind of showdown to see who can control the understeer. Handbrake turns in front wheel drive isn't really a good idea, so whichever car you want to take, this is the car I shall be seeing if I can control. Right then, so this week we only have one speed trap, which is a bit strange. I mean, we only have one PR stunt, which is a speed trap, and it is Cloverleaf. This will get you a super wheel spin, 2 points towards the festival playlist. So here it is here. So if you come from this way, you literally just drive under the motorway bridge, and there. If you come from this way, you've got a bit of a corner to deal with, so I'd recommend starting up from this side. So you need 175 miles an hour for the seasonal objective, and you need a B-Class vintage racer. So quite a lot of the vintage racers are in the millions. However, the one I've chosen is the cheapest in the auto show, but it's even cheaper in the auction, so I'll show you that and the tune for it now. Okay, so here it is. It is the 1926 Bugatti Type 35C. As you can see, it's 1,300,000 credits in the auto show. However, from what I've seen in the auction, it's only a couple of 100,000 credits, and that might even be cheaper now that people are trying to buy them. So I'd recommend going to the auction to find this one. I already owned it, so I didn't have to buy it, but if you don't own it, go to the auction, see what you can find. As long as it's less than 1,300,000, it's still worthwhile going to the auction. So my tune, there's only one engine swap for this car, so it uses the Turbo Rally 1.6 litre. So this produces the maximum amount of horsepower, which is 668. It's only 700 kilograms, which is actually a bit heavier than it was stock because of the all-wheel drive and stuff like that. The tyres are stock, so it is a bit of a wheel spin showdown at the start, but once you get going, you'll be tonking along the straight and you'll get it no problem. The top speed is way over 200 miles an hour, which you might be thinking is a bit ridiculous, and I would agree with you, but that is Forza for you. So the tune can be found on the My Gamertag channel 2017. Now then, so the last of the tuned kind of events for this week, the Seasonal Championship, A Whole New World, will get you a Bentley Continental from 2017. I don't own that car yet, so thank you Forza, you know me well. And also get you 5 points towards the festival playlist, so this is really good. Do note that you have to be on highly skilled driver tires or above. You have to complete all 3 races which it puts on the map at the beginning of the championship. If you're doing it co-op, it'll fast travel you automatically. If you're doing it solo, you'll have to drive or fast travel to each race, and you can note which ones these are by filtering your map, and they'll be white instead of like the orangey red that they usually are on the icon here. So for this one you'll need an S1 class Super GT, and it is road racing. So I think I've got 2 tuned for this one, both basically the same car, and we actually used one of them last week. So the one we used last week is the 2011 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, Jeremy Clarkson's car. So this one's rear wheel drive. It was made for the speed trap, so hasn't really got much grip, although it does have semi-slick tyres I think I put on it. So if you want to have a bit of a donut showdown, you can use that one. If you want to actually try and win and beat the driver tyres, I'd recommend using the 2017 Mercedes AMG GTR. I've downloaded the Patronus AMG kind of livery, which is very nice. They're both around the same price. That one's a bit cheaper, but this one is all-wheel drive, 700 horsepower, a bit lighter. Well, actually it's heavier, but it's very light, it's very grippy, it's got full slick tyres, so this is going to be the best option to get this championship completed. Now then, we have this week's photo challenge, which is called #Bear Necessities. This will get you 2 points, and the Farid Rueda's Bear Relaxed Fit T-shirt. Bit of a mouthful that, wasn't it? So you need to photograph the 2009 Ford Focus RS at the Farid Rueda Bear mural in Playa Azul. Do note that they actually missed out the at. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't miss out the at, you just can't see it next to the RS. So that is the car there, the 2009 Ford Focus RS. This is in the auto show and the auction house. You need to get in that, and then you need to take it to the Farid Rueda Bear mural in Playa Azul. My god, that is a mouthful. I'm glad that I don't speak Spanish because I would very much struggle. So I'll show you where the mural is now. I'll show you it on the map, and I'll show you it in real life, well, in free roam, so that you know what it looks like. Do note as well that before I show you exactly where the location is, you do not need your Focus to be tuned or painted. I'm just using it because I already had it tuned and painted. You can just keep it exactly stock to take this photo. So as you can see, you actually just need to turn up here just before this dirt road in Playa Azul, which is on the east of the map here, just north of the horizon apex. So you'll see the road that's marked on the map is the next junction there. You need to take this junction, and just behind these golf carts, you'll see the mural on the back of this building. You're going to want to pull up, open photo mode. Mine's mapped to the top of the D-pad because I use this stock layout, and you can apply some weird effects. Take the photo, and it should tick both of them boxes there, as you can see. Then you're just going to want to back out of photo mode, unless of course you want to save the photo. I rarely really do. And then it's going to pop up and say that you've completed it. You can also hear the bloke talking a bit there. So that is the photo. Now we have another 2 Horizon Open challenges this week. So the first of which is called Made to Order. It'll get you a dial-up modem car horn and 2 points towards the festival playlist. For this one, all you need to do is earn 10 pass skills in Horizon Open Custom Racing. So you're going to want to head over in your pause menu, go over to Online, go into Horizon Open, go into Custom Racing, select the type of racing you want to do. Going to want to select the class, let it find you a session, and then you just need to keep passing people. So for example, at the start of the race, especially if you start near the back, you're going to be passing a few people to get up to the front. Then if you maybe slow down, let a few people pass and then go past them again. You can probably do this naturally within a race or 2 really. If you really want to just get it done and then quit, then like I said, slow down, speed up, let them pass, and then get as many pass skills as you want. The counting may be a bit sketchy because sometimes the counting in the festival playlist, it doesn't count properly. However, 10 pascals, shouldn't be a problem. Get that done in one adventure. And the other one is called Street Smart. It'll get you a 2017 Chevrolet Camaro and 2 points towards Festival Playlist. So this one, all you need to do is complete a Street Racing Horizon Open Custom Race. So once again, go over to Horizon Open, into Custom Racing, then you're just going to want to select Street Racing in any of the 4 classes available. Let it find you a session, complete one of the races or complete the whole session, go back into free roam, and that should have that completed. And also we have another collectibles challenge this week. So this one is called TRex On The Run. It will get you a creative t-shirt and 3 points towards the festival playlist. This one, all you need to do is find and smash 15 T-Rexes hidden around Mexico. Now, as it says, they're hidden around Mexico, so there's some of them all over. However, there's one location where there's actually 4 or 5 bunched together, and it's actually in Player Azul, quite close to where the photo challenge location was. First of all, you're going to want to do what I'm going to do here. You're going to want to go to online, and you're going to want to click the Horizon Solo and let it return you to Horizon Solo. Then you're going to also want to go into settings and make sure that rewind is turned on, and then you're going to want to go to the following location, which I'm going to go to now, and then I'm going to show you where it is. Okie dokie, so you'll see that we're actually not far from the mural here. If you just go around the corner and to this location on the map in Player Azul, you'll see that there's 4 dinosaur pinatas on this kind of football pitch. All you're going to want to do is smash through them, let them smash, then you're going to rewind. Because you're in solo, it will put them back. If you're in online, it wouldn't put them back. And then you're going to want to go through them again, and to check your progress, all you need to do is go into the festival playlist, and you'll see that I've got 4, even though I've only smashed 2. So actually the counting works in our favour this time. Smash 15 of them 15 times, and then you'll have it completed. Finally then, we just have the monthly events left in this week's festival playlist. So if you haven't completed them in summer or autumn, we have the Drift Club Mexico, which was added in Series 6, which completing all of the 6 chapters I think there are, so getting 18 stars will get you the Ford Mach-E 1400. Actually, saying that, I think you just have to complete the chapters. I don't think you have to get 3 stars, you just have to get 1 star or more on each of the 6 chapters, so you just have to complete all 6 chapters. Completing this will get you the Ford Mach-E 1400 and this Horizon Story Special completed in the festival playlist. And because this is a monthly event along with the monthly rivals, completing it in any of the 4 weeks of the series, it'll add points on to both ways. So for example, next week I'm starting on I'm starting on 10, but I'd usually be starting on 7 because this plus the monthly rivals is 7. And in autumn and summer, if you haven't completed them, it'll add them points on because it's a monthly event. And for monthly rivals, you're just going to want to enter here via the monthly rivals or in the rivals tab in the pause menu. It will automatically put you at the Emerald Circuit in the Ascari KZYR. All you need to do is post a clean lap. This means that it doesn't have a yellow exclamation mark next to your lap time. And this can be acquired by not smashing into things, not missing checkpoints, and not hitting rewind. Even if you crawl around at 50 miles an hour the whole time, not hitting anything and not flagging your lap, that will have it uncompleted. You don't have to beat your rival, and once you've done that you can just quit and it will have it completed. And as I said, both of these will add points on to previous seasons if you haven't already completed them. Okay, so that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate the support. If you did enjoy and would like to see more of these in the future, then please like and subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so you don't miss future uploads. As I said earlier, I'll probably try and test out A-Class Custom Racing. I'll probably make a build for the Mini that's in the car pass. I might even take the ATS GT and S1 racing like I did with the McLarens last week. So if you want to see that again, subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out in your subscriptions list. If you have any suggestions on what I could do this week with the cars, or what other videos you want to see on the channel, then obviously let me know in the comments, and God, I can't speak. And also let me know if you're having any trouble with any of your challenges. I'll be more than happy to help out and give you some tips to help you get them completed if you're having issues. So thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!